The next algorithm which we are going to study in the greedy module, that is Prim's algorithm. Why is this Prim's algorithm used? Prim's algorithm is used to find the minimum spanning tree. So first let us find out what is spanning tree. Let us know what is spanning tree. Okay. So given a graph g of v comma e, so that is v will indicate the vertices, e will indicate the edges, which is connected and undirected graph. Given a connected and undirected graph G, its spanning tree is its subgraph. Its spanning tree is its subgraph, which include all the vertices but not the edges. Which includes all the vertices but not the edges. Still remains connected and still remains undirected graph. Its subgraph which includes all its vertices but not the edges. Let us take an example here. So G is connected, G dash means its subgraph. G dash is acyclic, it is connected and it should contain all the vertices. Whatever vertices are present in the main graph, all those vertices should be present in its subgraph. That is called as the spanning tree. Let us take this example. So this is the given graph. Okay, this is connected graph. Okay, it is connected graph. It is undirected. There are no directions, and the cost of each of the edges are provided. Now, what is its spanning tree? Now, this is its spanning tree. It is, see how many vertices are there? 0, 1, 2, 3. Here in this, it is including 0, 1, 2, 3 all vertices. It is what? Connected. Yes, it is connected. It is a cyclic. There is no cycle here. It includes all the vertices. So this is one type of spanning tree of the given graph. One more type. All vertices are included here. This edge is not there here. Here this edge is not there. Similarly, I have drawn different types of spanning trees of one given graph. One graph can have many spanning trees, but it should satisfy the condition. What are those conditions? Include all the vertices, it should stay connected, and there should be no cycles. So the subgraph, these all graphs are the subgraphs of this given graph. So these all are the spanning trees of the given graph. Now for this graph, what is its cost? C means cost. Its cost is 70. See, 40 plus 10, 50 plus 20, 70. Its cost is 80. Its cost is 60 and its cost is 90 here. Among these, the one which is having minimum cost, 60. 60 is the minimum among all the costs. So this spanning tree is called as a minimum spanning tree. It is called as a minimum spanning tree. What is a minimum spanning tree? Among the all spanning trees of a given graph, the graph which is having the minimum cost is called as a minimum spanning tree of a given graph. So to find this minimum spanning tree, we are using the Prim's algorithm. Again, for this Prim's algorithm, we are having a tabular method. This tabular method is the same as that of the Dijkstra's algorithm, which we have studied in the previous video, only with a slight modification. So let us go with the tabular method of solving this Prim's algorithm. So here we are with the tabular calculation of the Prim's algorithm. So this is the given graph here. For this given graph, I have written the adjacency matrix, cost adjacency matrix, same as that we have followed in the Dijkstra's method. I have written the cost adjacency matrix. Also again I have considered D here. What is D? D is the distance or the cost column. Now here I am considering 0. So you can take any vertex. Now I have started from 0. You can take any starting vertex. You can take 1, 2, 3. It's human tendency that we will start from the beginning. Is it not? So numerically we will go in chronological order. So I have taken 2 as the 0. I have taken 0 as the starting. So copy the zeroth column. Source is 0, so zeroth column I have copied here, and fill the path column with the source. So what is our source? 0 is our source, so fill all the path column with the 0. Till here still we have followed the same procedure as that we have followed in the Dijkstra's algorithm. So again coming back to the tabular headers. So in these headers also are similar to the Dijkstra's, only we are doing change modification in finding the minimum cost. We are finding the minimum cost, is it not? So to find the minimum cost here we are considering only minimum of d of v and cost of u comma v. Here we are not considering minimum of d of v plus this term as in Dijkstra's. Only this modification is done here, and here you are going to get, and the last part, here in the last part this is your output. So in the output there will be from the source node, next is which node, that is what is told here. From the source node, see from 0 I have moved to 2, from 2 I have moved to 5. That is what you are going to get in the output column. How do we start? Let us see now. Again add the source vertex to S. Source vertex is 0. What is V minus S? I am removing 0. What is remaining? Total vertices are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Out of these vertices I am removing 0. So this remaining vertex. Since we don't know the value here first at the first attempt, we are not writing anything here. Then find the u. See from 0, u and d of u. So what is d of u? d of u is the minimum cost from this u. So now you can see in the graph that 0 vertex is connected to 2. It is also connected to 1. So which we have to consider? The one which is having the minimum cost of the edge. So between 60 and 10 is the minimum. So from 0 to 2 I am considering. So what is my u? U is 2 here. What is its d of u? Means its cost. Its cost is 10 here. So I have taken 10. Next I am going to write here u and p of u. Path. P of u will indicate the path. U will indicate whatever source node you have added here, from there to next node. Which was the next node? I have got here u. From which path? Previously I have started from 0. So from 0 I am going to next is 2. Okay. So that is now what we have done. What is second step? In the second step what we are doing? Add u to s. What is the new value of u? I have got 2. So add 2 to s. So after adding 2 to s here, what is remaining? Remove 2 from here. 1, 3, 4 and 5. Now d of v. These are your v's. d of 1, d of 3, d of 4, d of 5. Then minimum I have written d of v. What is my v here? 1. So what is d of 1? See what is d of 1? d of 1 is 60. Okay, next cost of u comma v. What is u? I have got u is 2. 2 comma 1. What is 2 comma 1? 2 of 1 is infinity. Minimum of 60 and infinity is 60. Minimum. Okay. Next d of 3. d of v. So what is d of v here? 3. d of 3. What is d of 3? d of 3 is infinity. Next cost of u. u is 2. 2 comma 3. 2 comma 3 is infinity. Minimum of infinity is infinity. Same with d of 4. d of 4, that is d of 4 is infinity. Cost of 2 comma 4. 2 comma 4. It is infinity here. Next d of 5. What is d of 5? d of 5 is infinity. Cost of 2 comma 5. Cost of 2 comma 5. It is 50. Minimum of this is 50. Now consider the non-infinity terms. Among these non-infinity terms, which is the minimum? 50 is the minimum. So p of v. What is my v here? 5. So p of 5 is equal to u. What is u I have got? Is 2 now here. What is next? What is this u? u is the index of the minimum. What is the index of minimum? 5. What is its distance? d of u is distance 50. So it is 50 now here. What is the new value of u you have got? New value or latest value of u is 5. What was your previous path? From where you have come? From 2 you have come. From 2 you have come. So you are writing here 2. Now p of 5 is equal to 2 here. P of 5 is equal to 2. D of 1 is 60. D of 1 is 60. 3, 4 is infinity only. D of 5 is 50. D of 5 I am updating it is to 50. This will complete the second step. Next, what is the third step? Add u value to, yes, what is u? 5. So it is 0, 2 and that is 5 here. Remove 5 from here. So 1, 3, 4 will remain. So now I am going to write here d of 1, d of 3 and d of 4. So minimum of d of b. D of 1. What is d of 1? We have got 60. D of 1 I have already updated 60 there. Next, cost of u. What is u? 5. 5 comma 1. 5 comma 1. It is 70. Minimum of 60 and 70 here is 60. Okay. Next, minimum of d of 3. What is d of 3? We have got infinity only it is. Cost of u is 5. 5 comma 3. Cost of 5 comma 3. It is 80. What is minimum here? Infinity and 80. 80 is minimum. Next, d of 4. D of 4. What is d of 4 I have got? It is still infinity only. Next, cost of u. U is 5. 5 comma 4. 5 comma 4 is 30 here. So 30 is minimum. Now all are non-infinity terms. Which is the minimum? This one is minimum. So it is dp of, what is the index? 4 is equal to, what is u we had got in the previous step? We have got here 5. P of 4 is equal to 5. P of 4 is equal to 5 I am writing. Next, u, which is minimum? 30 is minimum. What is its index? Its index is 4. Its index is 4. D of u means, what is its distance? Distance is 30. Okay. What is the new value of u you have got? New value of u is 4. What is the previous path? Path from where you have come? I have come from 5. This will complete this step. Sorry. This will complete the step. What you have to do next? Add u to, yes. So you are adding here 0 to 5. What is the new value of u? 4. Remove 4 from here. 1 comma 3 is remaining. So I am finding here d of 1 and d of 3 here. So minimum. D of v. D of 1. What is d of 1 I have got? 60 here. Okay. But before that let us update. D of 3 is 80. D of 3 we have got here 80. D of 4 we have got here 30. D of 4 we have got here 30. Next. Cost of u comma v. U is 4 comma 1. 4 comma 1 is 40. Cost of this minimum is 40. Minimum of d of 3. What is d of 3? We have got 80. Next, cost of u. U is 4 comma 3. 4 comma 3. It is infinity. Minimum is 80 here. Now what we are going to do? Which is non-infinity terms. Both are non-infinity terms. Which is minimum? 40 is minimum. So P of, what is the value of V there? 1. P of 1 is equal to U. What is the U value? It is 4. P of 1 is equal to 4. P of 1 is equal to 4. Next, what is U? Which is minimum? 40 is minimum. What is its index? 1 is its index. What is its distance? D of U. Distance is 40. Okay, what is the new value of U you have got? 1. Previously from where you have come? You have come from 4. Okay. So now what this is U, new value of U you have got here. What is this P of U? Previous path. From where you have come? 4 is the previous path. This completes the next step. What is next? Add 1 to the source. 0, 2, 5, 4, 1. What is remaining? 3 is remaining. So I am going to find here D of 3. Okay. So D of 3 I am going to find minimum. D of V, D of 3, what is D of 3? I have got 80. D of 3 is 80, comma. Cost of U is 1, 1 comma 3, 1 comma 3, it is 20. Minimum what here? 20 I have got. So non-infinity term, P of 3 is equal to what is previous value of U? 1. Next, what is, since 1 is the here minimum only, so we are considering 3. What is its distance? Its distance is here 20. So new value of U is 3. Previously from where you have come? I have come from 1. So this is completing this step. What is next step? Add 3 to S. 0, 2, 5, 4, 1, 3. What is remaining? Nothing. So this is done now. Still the problem is not over. What you have to do here? You have to minimum spanning tree you have got or not. How to find out? So let us draw this one. So starting from 0, yes. I will draw. Just I will run this and draw here your spanning tree. Okay. Starting from source vertex you have taken 0. From 0 you have moved to 2 here. So 0 to 2 I have to move. Yes. 0 to 2 I have moved. Its cost is 10. Next from 2 I have moved to here. See from 2 we have moved to 5. So I am moving to 5 here. From 5 I have moved to 4. From 5 I have moved to 4 here. Yes. From 4 I have moved to 1. From 4 I have moved to 1. From 1 I have moved to 3 here. 1 I have moved to 3 and done. So this is your minimum spanning tree. See what are the characteristics of minimum spanning tree. It should contain all the vertices which are present in the main graph. So in the main graph 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this also you are getting all the vertices. Yes, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All vertices are there. It is acyclic. There is no cycle present in this graph. Next, another it is connected. All the vertices are connected. Now let us write the costs here. So here it is 50, 30, 40, 20. Done. So this is your minimum spanning tree. Remember, there will be many spanning trees for the given graph, but that is minimum graph, which is minimum spanning tree, which is having less cost. So this is the minimum spanning tree. So using the Prim's algorithm, just as the Dijkstra's algorithm, we can find out the minimum spanning tree using this Prim's algorithm.